acting here. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is, man. That's the way it's always been on the Sean Ratchet Show. On the Sean Ratchet. Are you Sean's son? Nice haircut.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You with your long hair. You're like a rocker.
Yeah. It makes you look like an hour and a half younger. It's awesome. The break. So the interview will be lifeless. There'll be nothing there.
Yeah, pretty much like most of them, like the ones I've been done with you for years.
The video, Just Take My Heart, was more in black and white. It's kind of ballady, but I felt like you kind of had this, like, usually you're a jokester. You look very serious in that video. Like, it felt like you were trying to like go for like a tougher. I don't know what it was. Or you're just pissed or something about that look in your eyes.
No. I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was like 5 below zero, and it was in an old church in Chicago. We were on the road. And it was an old, bombed out, burned out church with no roof. It was snowing, and they had umbrellas. They didn't. Like in a photo shoot or something that you see, and they have the lights and they have this umbrella kind of thing. They were using that as well for the light and also to keep the snow off of us. It was freezing cold. And I'm like, the MTV generation, we're musicians, we're not actors. And so like a lot of this, bullshit, oh my God, it's so hilarious. So we're acting, but I was freezing my ass off.
There's something about their look. It just felt like all your looks, because you're always so different in your videos. That one you look like you're either tired or angry, or it was just like you're trying to be tougher. I don't know.
I had this leather jacket, kind of a bigger leather jacket on. I think that was kind of a Guido leather jacket, and it was my dad's that he gave me, and all the stuffings out of it, and it was all thin, and it looked kind of cool when you're walking around the nightclub.
Yeah.
Looking for chicks. Anyway,
What was that? France in the 1930s? What was that?
My sisters used to do this. My sisters are gonna freaking kill me. I used to play these clubs in Sacramento, California, another place where I grew up. And I used to play these clubs, and I used to see my sisters walk into the club with their like Virginia Slims cigarettes, go looking for men. Men. That's what I would say to myself, right? And it was totally like, yeah, kind of a 1930s thing. I'm so weird that I turned that around and made it about me, but I'm crying right now. And I would see Joni and Lori like coming to the club, and they go, "Hey, Eric, your sister's here." And I'm like, I go, "Oh my God." They come in, right? And then looking for men. Anyway. So me in this leather jacket looking for chicks, but it was so thin.
So different.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I wasn't acting. I was freezing. That night, actually, right after the video, we thawed out and we went to see Tesla play live. It was in Chicago. We were on the road. I remember the whole freaking thing, And to be with you, there was some comical moments. I mean, there was some, there was a lot of that, it's like, this, but there was I pulled a Marx Brothers move in it that fans come up to me all the time and go, there was two of them. It was like, what, me? It was like, oh, yeah. But there was this one where I held up my hand and I go like that.
Yep.
And everybody thought that was, super funny for a few years. But yeah, I stole that right from the Marx Brothers. And there were other and then the other videos, there was Alive and Kickin' was live and comical. Green Tinted 60s Mine was, I don't know, trying to be sexy. Got together and I gave him that song and I go, "Hey, I want you to learn this song from my Wayback Machine. It's called Kansas." And Brown is like, "Wait a minute here. It sounds like a song of mine." I'm like, "No way, man. That's my song. I don't have plagiarism. How dare you?" And it's uncanny. It sounds pretty close, pretty damn close. So did I steal it? I didn't mean to, but it's a, here it is. Here, hold on a minute. It's like, that's mine, but his is like, it has that, mine is like, "You go a little crazy, baby. The conversation's petrified." That's like that. And his like, I can't sing this high in this key, but it's like, could it be da 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 da. That's his. And it's hey, it ain't my sweet Lord, but it's pretty damn. Hey everyone, this is Eric Martin from the band Mr. Big, and you're watching me and watching Sean Ratchis on Laughing Monkey Music. Hey, this is Eric Martin from the band Mr. Big, and you're listening to a real interviewer, Sean Ratchis on Laughing Monkey Music. Take the G off of laughing and put a laughing and talk like with an Irish accent. Folks, they call me, and they go, "Your husky voice, husky, white fat." Anyway, this is Billy Sheehan thing. He used to do this all the time. I'm not getting this right. He go, and I go, "What are you doing? He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" Anyway, kids,
good tour.
Sean, it's been great.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you very much.
Letting me have my crazy moments talking to you.
Maybe we'll do it again in another 5 years, 2 years, 3, 5 years.
Come on, man. Come on. We can do it. I promise you. I promise.
We'll do it sooner than later.
After Asia, we'll do this again.
The tour, not the band.
Right after, yeah. John Wetton, rest his soul. I played with that guy.
After Asia.
Right. After the Asian tour, the Big Finish, Mr. Big Tour of Asia, we will have a little conversation. Okay. Right. By then I'll be like, "Yeah, come on. come on, brother. I'll be like Phil Anselmo. I'll be like, hey, brother, it's gonna be fucking yeah. Anyway, I wish we didn't do that, but in a way, you hear that sort of, what do they call it, mature voice, or the way I talk. My
I'm gonna say gravelly because I will never use the word mature with you. So I will say I hear the scratchy gravelly voice. Oh, it's your mature voice, yeah.
Exactly. Bored here talking to you, Sean.
I know. You've got a lot though. I'm enjoying this, catching up with you and hearing all the stuff you got going on.
This is the first time in a long time that you've let me just have a platform and just yap away without you just chatting away. Did your wife tell you to like kind of keep quiet a little bit?
She said something about I wasn't listening. Something about I wasn't paying attention or something. I don't know.
Thank you for making this the saddest opening I've had in almost 500 episodes. So
the saddest opening because you didn't get to talk? What the hell?
No, because opening on a sad note like that.
This is our second interview.
No,
third interview. Third interview.
Third. The first was 20.
First one was amazing. Second one was like, and the third one, no. Come on. Yippity yappity yappity all day long. After the show, I'm like, oh God, my throat kind of scratchy. And I go, Eric, can I get an autograph? There's no business like my ego. And then I'm yapping away and I go, I remember I could hear Pat Torby going, Eric, shut the bus door. We got to go. It's snowing, it's freezing outside, your hair's wet. And I go, it's a myth. You should come inside. He's protecting his property, he's protecting his, and I'm like, come on, man, whatever. And I go, Billy, another glass of wine? You're sure thing, little buddy. Glug, 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 glug. This is the part, like, if people are old enough to remember, in the cartoons, this is where I would turn into a donkey head or a lollipop sucker. Be like,
Wow.
like an idiot, just party too much. And
she just woke up, but she's too tired. Is at the telephone. The curtains got back the line into the dress, down in her. If it had a victim in the
Hey, folks, this is Eric Martin, and you are listening, watching, rocking out with me with Sean Ratchis on Laughing Monkey Music. People who already know that, first of all, I stand on stage with the band's pretty loud at times, right?
Yeah.
Wear the in-ears. And then when I come backstage, they go, you were really great tonight. Thank you so much for it. I'm like, what? You know, I'd be like anyway. Oh yeah, what I was saying, standing there with my band, and Nick is a little taller than me now too. Me and Pat used to be the same,
Yeah.
but Nick's a little taller, and even when we had Matt Starr, little taller. And God, I'm the shortest guy in the band now. It used to look like this, you know. It'd be Paul and it'd be me and Pat. Now it's like it's a little kind of like it's a Partridge Family now. You know,
actually, you want to start with the Partridge Family? When you were playing bass, you kind of reminded me
of Lori Partridge, or come on,
oh, Danny when he played bass because the curly hair, the big bass.
All right,
come on, you have not heard that yet? I literally turned to my friend. I go, what am I seeing? I go, Danny Bonaducci, because the bass was so big on you because he's so.
That's right. That's right. Grandmaster of the electric bass. Higher. I got everybody fooled. Good. This is yours. That's right. You heard right. On the electric bass. Taught me everything he knows, but Mr. Eric Martin.
So chill. Then you come out, and you are really good to the fans. You always got a minute for the fans, and you shaking hands, and everybody had these gifts for you, and it was nice. It was very touching. I know I was busting on you, giving you a hard time about it, you know.
No,
but
I like it. And look, I get a little embarrassed. I mean, you give me all these gifts, and we've already done sort of the gift giving on stage in a way where I've entertained you, you entertain me in a way. I mean, I get so much from the audience, and that's gift enough. I know it sounds cliche, but
no. I think you meeting you. No, you meeting me was probably gift enough for you. I felt like that was giving you enough right there. So I didn't bring anything for you. The gift of our relationship is more than enough. But
you're a lot taller than I thought you were.
I am. I'm gonna have to send you a picture because it's really great. I feel like it's like parent teacher day.
That's how I feel when I stand next to Billy and Paul.
Billy, I felt small next to Billy. He's tall.
He's really tall. Left. And then I was checking my mic, checking my acoustic guitar, and I get off the stage, and Jeff's standing there with Lou Graham watching our little bit of sound check. Lou was there. I couldn't believe it. And Lou goes, "Hi, Eric." And I'm like, "You know me." It was really, dude, I got chills just thinking about it now. But he goes, "Hey, Eric, how you doing?" I'm like, "Who?" It was really neat.
Mr. Graham.
Oh, Lou Graham is, I mean, I have a short list of idols, and it's like Steve Marriott, Paul Rogers, Lou Graham, Ronnie James Dio, you know, every night. And I got to be healthy and everything like, and
But you look great. You're like what? You're like what? 25 years old, right? You look great for 25. You're not aging at all.
25, 2 or 3 times.
All right, the magic of the camera. I've seen you in person now. You look young. You look fine. You're so useful.
Stop it,
You've been
man.
chasing it.
Hey, you know that joke they always say, I've told you this too, but I still get a kick out of it. I was in Europe one time, and these people are asking me for my autograph. I'm signing, and they go, "God, you look so young. You can't." And I wasn't wearing glasses. I probably had, like, you know, the bags underneath my eyes, but they go, "You look so young," and then they get really close to me, and they go, you know, like, and I'm hiding some chin and hiding some crow's feet, shy boy, and then take cover and price you gotta pay. But I wanted to add a couple new ones from the album, and a couple old ones we haven't been playing for the last year. And I could totally hear Pat Torpey right now, if he was alive, going, "Don't rock the boat."
endless conversation. But when the love is gone, left with nothing but toil. I give my everything. Only I can turn him around. But it this is goodbye. Can't you take my heart? I don't ever need for you anymore. I'm always loved you. You're too wild to hold. Just take my heart and let me go. Just take my heart. Just take my heart. Let me take my heart. Just take my heart. Baby, just take my heart with you. Just take my heart. Just take my heart. I'm gonna need it for a while. Keep it safe.
Longer around and management is gone. It's just me, and it's been like that for a long time. Where I contact really agents or promoters that I've met over the years, and I know many. But I have like a good group of like 4 or 5 promoters in South America and Europe, and now I have an agent in America, which I don't get that much work. Um, and I have to do it all myself because agents, they book the gigs and they get you the money, but then like you got to do all like I'm the other day I'm like waiting around going, hey, somebody gonna call me and somebody gonna send me my plane ticket? Nope, you got to do it yourself. Like no girlfriend, no wife to help you out, nobody at all, and you're like, oh shit, okay. It's not a big deal, but it is a big deal because I've like never really done it. I mean, I've obviously been doing it on and off for the last few years, but
Right.
it is kind of weird now because
It's adorable. It's like you're growing up.
Eric, you're still doing it. You're still playing music. Yeah, and they go, and I go, yeah, it's a lot of work. And they go, oh, come on, man, you just get up, you just roll out of bed and just get up on stage. I'm like, yeah, it used to be like that, but it's not like that anymore, man. It's transportation, everything, hotels, everything is on you, Eric Martin. So
I think you did good when you were having some of your things with like Jeff Tate and those in your out of Asia gigs and stuff. Those were some good ones. I talked to Jeff
oh
once
no,
this summer.
oh
It was,
they still happen. Actually, it's not all, it super hard work or anything like that. I mean, I'll have to do the airplane things here and there in the hotels and trips and get the car to the hotel. And then I'm my own agent. So they go, like, I can hear they go, well, how much are you asking for this gig? And then I hear I've said this a couple times. I don't know. How much do you think, how much you want to give me? Like, I am so stupid. Like, I'm not a manager, man. I'm like, I don't know. And they go, well, how does this sound? I'm like, I don't know. It sounds kind of low. And then they'll get it up, but I'm not a negotiator. I'm like, and that's why I've done so many free things over the years.
you gotta you gotta do the thing where you have a different name, you call and you have a different voice, your voice change on the phone. No, so it's like they're not talking to you. You gotta have the whole illusion that you're someone else. To be your own manager, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can take
Yeah.
on their personality and you can be the
Oh,
hard.
the
That'd
Peter
be funny.
Grant of Eric.
Hello, this is Rick Barton. Hello, this is Eric Barton Fernandez. Yeah, so
30 days in the hole. 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 Come on, kids, let's do it. 30 days in the hole. Very nice, rockstars. 30 days in the hole. Badasses. 30 days in the hole. So one more to make your mama proud.
I mean, you and I kind of go really weird. But when I talk to other people, professional musicians, it's totally different. It's
Are they professional?
I wasn't even paying attention. You could hear me. No, but like when I talk to artists that have gone through that, I talked to like Ricky from Leonard Skinner, when he's talking about how he was supposed to be on the plane that night. Yes, Bedlock. He was on.
Wait. Anyway,
he was supposed to. He was a drummer of them at one point. In the first time they started out, and he's like a hold his heart or some heart problem, and he didn't think he was a good enough drummer, so he quit Leonard Skinner. I'm like, you quit Leonard Skinner? Who does that? And then he started his own band, but he was so friends with them. And the night that the plane went down, they're like, oh, come on, on the plane and do the tour, whatever. And he's gonna go with him as a friend. And he goes, he had started Blackfoot, right? Blackfoot was a band.
That's
He
right.
got a gig at the last minute, and he had to go. And the singer got mad at him, obviously, who died. He's like, oh, he's blowing me off. He's like, I just got a gig. We got a couple of gigs. So he didn't make the plane. It's like one of those 9/11 stories. He goes off and plays his gig. He's on a stage. He gets off, and he gets a thing. They go, oh, your friend, the plane went down. Long story short, he ends up getting back in the band as a guitar player, and he's on the bus somewhere on one of those double-decker buses. He's talking to one of the other members of Skinner. I'm kind of skipping through here. And he says, when he went down, he goes, I've always felt guilty for not being with you guys when the plane went down. They're like, no, there's never been an issue. So he felt like all that different stuff that led up to that, he still had that guilt. And they didn't deal with that till he was in the band years later when he was in the band in some weird conversation. Those are kind of fun stories to hear.
Oh God. I'm so glad you told me that. I love Skinnerd. I was lucky enough to, Kevin Elson produced all those first 4 or 5 Mr. Big records, and he produced Leonard Skinnerd in the days. He actually was their live sound engineer. He was on that airplane, but Kevin was producing Skinnerd. God, I don't remember. I can't remember the album, but it was a song called "Pure and Simple" that I came and I sang with Johnny Van Zant, and it wasn't a duet. I called it a duet because it was just him and I singing on it. Keep it pure and simple. Oh man, it had a number. It was like 1994, or I can't remember the name of the album. But I met all these guys in Skinner. I met Ed King,
Oh,
the
wow.
original guitar player. I think he wrote Sweet Home Alabama. Anyway, but I would have loved to meet Ricky Medlock, and I'm so glad you told me that story.
I have so many stories like that. Like I actually have
Okay.
so many stories I can't even share. Like not in the air, but I've heard so many behind the scenes stories of things that have almost happened from other musicians with other musicians that I'm like I've actually forgotten some now. I'm like because I hear things I'm like can't share it publicly. You have a ton of those, and I'll
We
be
are
like,
we're doing it now.
well, not now. That was publicly on my show. I'm saying that was on my show. Those are all everything I'm sharing with you has been on the air that we're sharing
Oh,
here on the air. But there are things I've heard, and I would never. If I'm told not to share it, I would never share. But just good things that you've heard that would never be public. They're like, yeah. I'm like, that would be a great story. People should know it. They're like, no, I don't want anybody to know. I'm like, oh, I won't share it.
well, that's happened to me a couple times with you. I think I've talked to you a little bit, and then I'll
Yeah,
say
yeah.
something, and it won't. I don't mean it to be derogatory, but it'll later on. I'll go, oh God, I wonder if somebody's going to misconstrue what I'm saying. Where um, I'm looking at like
That
as the joke, or like I'm just making a little funny joke, but then later on go, oh, somebody's going to get hurt. Please don't do this. And then I know you're probably going to go, oh, the crux of the show is the meat.
no, I don't actually laugh. I think one time you're like, oh, get rid of that piece because I know someone will freeze that screenshot and then it'll follow me forever. And I won't even, you know what that is. And I'm like, delete it. I don't care. I've had someone, other artists go, hey, I was talking about this and I was describing their house. It was a really good, interesting thing. And they're like, yeah, maybe they wouldn't want me sharing what it looks like. I'm like, it was innocuous or whatever. It wasn't like offensive or anything. They're just describing the artist's house and like when there was an earthquake, things that happened in it and stuff. Nothing bad. Just a good rock and roll story.
Yeah.
And but to respect them, they're like, you know what? They might feel like I'd be talking out and sharing something about the privacy of that artist. If you could take that out. They go, I'm sorry if it goes against your and they actually were serious, like going against your journalistic I'm like, what? Eric, I want to thank you for being on the show, man. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. I
Thanks
enjoyed
for
it.
the
Sorry.
jibber jabber, the flim flam.
I love the jibber jabber. I think you had to call the show Sean Ratch's
Jibber jabber.
Jibber Jabber. I think it's a great title. I'll call my new album Kid Courage. You do the Jibber Jabber. Let's see if that works. Um,
At least
I
the song title.
appreciate your patience. Um, when you said 12 Eastern time, and I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I apologize. And what are you high? You think I'm going to wake up at 9 o'clock and first of all, I wouldn't be able to find this cool T-shirt. This would be Actually, it's terrible, but it would be worse than this. But anyway, yeah, if we do this again, and hopefully we do, my fault, and I do owe you a 9 o'clock one of these
All good,
days,
man.
but I don't have to
It's all
worry
good.
about that now because we don't probably not going to talk for like a month or two.
At least a month or two.
Mm.
Eric, thank you for being on the show, man. I appreciate
Right on,
it.
brother.
Do that best.
Hey.
Take care.
All over back in the 70s, way before you were born. Love you, sir. All right. I look at myself in the mirror. This is called Wild World. 1, 2, 3, 4. La, 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 la. Tell me what's up, everything to you. Do you wanna try something new? Breaking my heart, you leaving. Baby, I'm leaving. But if you really leave, take good care. We got a lot of nice things to wear. A lot of nice things to buy out there. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And all you like is a promise line. Scratch your back. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And I always remember you like a child. I've seen a lot the world to do. Breaking my heart and the truth. Never wanna see you stand, girl. Don't be a bad girl. If you want to leave, take good care. We got a lot of friends out there. Never, 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 you. Sorry. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. You turn your back on the smile. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And I always remember you like a child. Yes, I will, baby. Oh, baby, I love you. If you wanna leave, take good care. But we have a lot of nice girls out there. Have a lot of Let's go. It's hard to get back to the polo smile. Alright, oh! I like your bloody awesome. Always remember you like a child. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, baby, it's a wild world. You're dirty alive, just a pony, no better. Ooh, baby, it's a wild world. And I always remember you like a child girl.
I've talked to you about that Mr. Vocalist thing, right?
Oh, I've talked about it to you before. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's
Sorry.
like 8 albums, all Mr. Vocalist, version
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
version 2.
5, but who's counting? So, but there is a few more like live stuff, but so you wouldn't see these elf ears? Okay.
Not all that curly
So-
Greg Brady hairdo. Or Danny
Oh,
Parker.
Bobby Sherman.
I'm
That show is brilliant. They
telling you,
got
I've been
great, scientists in there, man, doing their thing. It was awesome. But it's I'm priding myself here. Like I'm like this. Yes, I can hear that. And then she goes, and I go, "Are we done?" And she goes, "I've already done. I did 10 of them. Where were you?" And I'm like, off in my own little world, in my deaf little world. Anyway,
Try to come up with the album cover, and Paul found something on like the Library of Congress. What is that called? It's like it's not the statute of limitations, but it's when you can use
Yeah.
something that's
copyright law where it's off on something we are allowed to.
I can't remember the name.
Public domain.
Public domain. That's it. And so they at the Library of Congress, they have a public domain section where you can find all these photos, old stuff. But anyway, he found all these photos, and I did too. I found like it's like a Statue of Liberty, pieces of the Statue of Liberty in a field with all these tents, and they were building it. And like I don't know what I think I was going to say pass the torch or some silly stuff like that, but I thought that would be a cool album cover. And then Paul just kept coming up with stuff that had like the sepia tone, black and white photo with the red Mr. Big logo. I'm like, yeah, I think we've done that, brother. I think that's lean into it. And he goes, well, what's like an homage to lean into it? And I kept saying no, and other people didn't like certain things, and we just round and round. And Paul got so freaking frustrated that he found this photo, and it was the back end of a cow, the tail kind of going, and he was going to call it In Hindsight.
That's actually pretty good.
It is.
It's better than doing like lean out of it or something like the book the whole thing.
He goes, in hindsight, and everybody laughed. I mean, we all loved it as a joke. But Paul was like, nope, this is it. And our management is saying, okay, you guys come up with a cover. And Billy's like, I'm good with it. Out of frustration. Even Nick was like, salute. And I'm like, hell no. What are you doing? It's like a career ender.
See? Can't help it.
The end should have been.
The end.
I'm the one who wants to be well, yeah. Hold on, little girl. Show me what he's done to you. Stand up, little girl. A broken heart can be that bad when it's true. It's true. Feel the truth, the both of you. I need your passion. Come on over, let me be the one to show you. I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you feel it too. Feel it too. Waiting on a light, I'm waiting on you. And just to be the next to be with you. Your love, your confidence, that you can be unstoppable. Wake up, who cares about? I see it all go down. You gave us love, some made down some. Come on over, let me be one to hold you. I'm the one with you. Yeah, deep inside, I hope you feel it too. Feel it too. Waiting on a light, oh, waiting on a light. Yeah, just to be the next to be with you. I feel love. You can make my life worthwhile. I can make you start to smile. When it's true, I'm fake with twist up. So, come on over, let me be one of your Show me the best you got now. Come on, passionate people. Let me hear your Richfield, Connecticut. Let me hear you scream it out. Scream it out, scream it out, scream it out. I get caught in the boats here. Hey! Just to be the next to be with you.
absolutely love. It's called The Frame, and it is some deep, dark
Dark.
lyrics.
It's a dark album. It's a dark song.
Yeah, it is. It was actually called
Beautiful.
It was called "To Be With You, Dark" before I wrote the lyrics. Yeah, it's a song about. It was an amicable split between my wife and I, but I had to go on the road. We couldn't. It was like, okay, I guess we're done. And then, like the next couple of days later, I went on the road, and it was it was hard to process all of it.
Yeah.
So I went on the road and I came back home to go collect some of my stuff, and I and it was like I didn't even live there. I never lived there. It was so weird to look around and just didn't even smell like me anymore.
Wow.
No dirty socks in the corner. Yeah. And so this song is about that. And
Could not be with you. Should have been the title.
Yeah, but I'm the one who doesn't want to be with you anymore. Anyway, it's a sad ass song, but
it's a good song though. It does belong in the album because it's a reflective album.
It was my damn fault. It's my damn fault, and you even hear it in the song. So anyway, I'm so glad. Even Paul, when I played it for him, he's like, "You sure you want to do this? You sure you want to wear your heart on your sleeve?" And I'm like, I do. I wasn't going to save it for a solo album. This would have I know what Paul could do. I wanted that sort of Beatle-esque thing that he does when he puts it, like when he wrote Nothing But Love or Green Tinted 69. He can spin a song. It was totally stripped down. It kind of had like a Promise of the Moon feel to it. These kind of beautiful melodies and lyrics, and I knew what Paul could do to it, and he did it such a fantastic Beatle-esque kind of job for it. But when he was like, these lyrics are pretty dark. First of all, Billy's not going to like it, and I knew he probably wouldn't dig it at all. I don't know what he feels about it, but Paul played it for his wife, and the wife was like, "You need to put this on the record." So it was cool putting To Be With You on the record. I didn't really have to sell them too hard, but I said, when I first played it for them, they go, "What a great song. Oh, you want this on the record?" It wasn't that, it was that kind of vibe. It was like, I wrote this song and we were going pretty straight ahead rock and roll.
Yeah.
We had one ballad, Anything for You, on the first album. And it was big, epic rock and roll song. And I played it for Paul. Hey, I wrote this song a long time ago. And listened to the cassette. And he's like, "Wow, that's really cool. Very Beatlesque." And I played it for Pat Torpey. What a beautiful song. Even Billy goes, "Wow, that's a great song. Okay, guys, you got any songs that we can put over?" I mean, it was really like, no. I'd like this to go on the record. And Kevin Elson, our producer, who did all the Journey records, the great first four, Kevin goes, "Man, this song needs to be on the record." And then everybody was like, "Okay, sure." And it just kept pushing back, and all these other songs we had a lot of great songs on Lean Into It.
Yeah.
And then Kevin goes, "Yeah, let's just put it on the end of the record, kind of like a little dessert, like from all those meat and potatoes. Thank."
Yeah.
on kind of lengthy tours, say maybe 2 months or 3 months or longer. At the end of the run, both bands will attack each other in some comical way. Somebody will,
Right.
there might be tears. Somebody might get their feelings hurt, but all in all, it's just, it's a ritual. It's a humorous ritual. We did something like that with years and years ago. Enough's Enough toured with us, and that was their first big tour. And at the end of it was Mr. Big, Enough's Enough, and a band from the East Coast. They were called Princess Pang.
Heard of them?
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't tell you a song, but I've heard of them.
Yeah, I can't remember the songs either. A pretty blonde singer, kind of rough, and yeah, they were kind of cool. I like their music. Different from ours, which is good. So was Enough's Enough, more Beatlesque, and maybe indirectly Paul Gilbert was influenced by that, and maybe wrote Green Tinted 60s Mind from that, you know what I mean? So, but we're on stage, and I totally remember the place. It was at Toad's place. Was
New
that
Haven,
Connecticut, right?
New Haven,
Right?
It's still around.
I'm sorry.
It's still around, so they'll be waiting for you to come back and do your show.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Joe's place?
Yeah,
Still
Toad's place is still around. Yeah.
Oh, well then good. Well, I'm still immortalized on their t-shirt. They used to have a t-shirt with all the bands that played there, and right in the middle was Mr. Big. This big. Anyway, so we're playing the show, and the last song, Princess Pang is playing first, and their last song, oh God, I'm gonna get in so much. I know I'm not gonna get in trouble because maybe somebody saw this, but this is before video cameras. So Paul thought it would be a good idea to go out into after their last song in sort of a long, like sort of night shirt and like a little night hat, kind of very Scrooge, or
right.
All that Wee Willie Winky for those who are like over 50. And like a little pajama outfit, right?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, like a man dress, that weird. Yeah.
And he had a candle.
Candle. I thought I was imagining a candle when you said that.
Totally, yeah, right. And he's barefooted, right? And he just comes out, and like he just woke up. He's like, and the crowd's laughing at Princess Pang, and they're like loving that it's Paul Gilbert, all 6'4" of them, And he comes out, and he goes, and this girl, I wish I remember her name. God, it'd be great to see some comments on this, but if anybody was there, I want to say that maybe she's 5. She kind of came up to his stomach,
Yeah.
But she comes up to him and she's kind of laughing and kind of being all tough, blows out the candle, picks up the nightshirt, picks it up over his head as a knot, right? Oh. Yeah, dude. And this is the days of there wasn't the cool, guys wearing the athletic sort of black underwear, man. This is tighty whities days, man. And Paul's wearing his tighty whities and he's like, and we're laughing on the sides of the stage. We're just fucking laughing our ass off. But then we were like, oh, okay, enough's enough, not enough. Oh, that was a play on words. Enough of this. So we come out, we save our boy. But oh my God, how many people does Toad's place hold? 600 maybe?
If that.
Yeah, if that. Or like 500 people watching, 6'4" Godzilla Paul Gilbert with his tighty whities and a Wee Willie Winky fucking nice shirt over his head. Oh, dude, poor guy. But hey, it's you got he was dishing it, and he put it out there and he got it back. So and then Enough's Enough played, and then we turned all the lights off, and we had like flour and socks, and we're like beating them silly, and then the lights come up and they're covered with flour, and then they did something to and I think they did something to us. Maybe the show before that, maybe I think it was at the Bayou. That's not around anymore. It was in Washington, D.C. I think it was on my birthday, and they gave me did they give me a guitar first? I don't know what it was, but I'm singing, and they all came out and whipped creamed the hell out of me. So, we're playing our last song probably at the time was, I'm assuming, Addicted at Rush, and we're playing Addicted at Rush, and I'm covered in whipped cream. And anyway, yeah, shit like that. But the Princess Pang story, I think I've just told that to friends. I don't know if that's out. So there you have it.
There you go. That's a scoop.
Great. Look, man.
That's actually funnier than Paul always getting his hair caught in the drill. And you know.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Paul Gilbert's or Mr. Big, I mean, you've heard that story a million times, but yeah. But the best story of that was, okay, so he gets his hair cut in his drill, it was inevitable. It was bound to happen. But the following year in Atlanta, we're playing a nightclub, and Paul got this wig and put the wig on, and he was purposely going to put the drill, glued the guitar picks on a drill, blah, blah, blah. And he was going to stick it in and then lift it up and go drill, drill, drill with the wig. And there was going to be a joke. He planned it. And so we play our song. He sticks the drill in his wig, and it gets stuck in the wig and his hair. Again, total Spinal Tap. Well, Spinal Tap. And it's like, stop the show, So stupid.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
He said
nothing really bad happened to me that I can remember. I have fallen off. I always used to do this. Why do singers jump up on the riser and we play with the drummers, cymbals? I mean, Pat would go, it's, that, what do they call that? When you're playing the drums, you go.
Oh, like the hi-hat thing there when they're do the snare.
Not a hi-hat, but you close the cymbal off, sound. Every cool band does it. Anyway, I'd stand up there, I'd jump up on the riser and grab the cymbals right at the same time, right? God damn it. Now it's Chris Jericho. Whew. I want to write. And if I wrote these guys, I go, hey guys, dude, I'm doing podcast here, man. Please give me a little break. It would be like ding, 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 ding. Anyway, but I jumped up the riser and I used to do this, and Pat thought it was funny in the beginning, but his drum tech, and there were many, but like this guy Ange Dunleavy would go, dude, I polish these cymbals all freaking day long, and I take care of my boy's drum set, and you're grabbing these cymbals. Not cool, So, but that's not part of the story. The story is me jumping up on these risers, and the risers started getting higher and higher. And then I'm getting older and older, and my legs, I'm not hoppity hooper anymore, so I'm jumping up on these risers, missing them, falling off of them. And I kept doing it like the engine that good. Oh man, I have sprained wrists and knee and twist kneecaps and yeah. So that's my stupid. That's not really a prank. It's a prank on myself. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the Paul one is pretty good. That's pretty
Paul's
funny.
Best. That's one of the best stories. I mean, this wasn't a prank, and Billy's. I think he kind of knows this, but we're playing at Budokan, and we're doing an encore. And I was also notorious. I got beat down so many times by Pat. Don't spit water up in the air, but it looks cool with the lights. Yeah, but it gets all over my drums, Spit it somewhere else. I used to do that all the time, back in the day. A lot of singers did, I guess, stupid singers from the 70s and 80s. Anyway, and I took a drink of beer and I spit it up in the air, and it didn't land on Pat's drums. He kind of going, good one, but it landed on the stage, and Billy runs out for the encore and goes, and he's wearing like this little Japanese, it was kind of cool. He was wearing a Japanese schoolboy outfit, and fans are going, yay, that's so cool. But then he goes, like a Dick Van Dyke show. If any of you guys were over 50, or in your 50s, and he slips and he falls on his back on the stage, and the crowd hushes, and then Billy starts laughing. I was right there. I'm going, I'm like,
Yeah.
God, I was so frightened. Oh my God, I thought I was gonna totally get my ass kicked on that one. And if he doesn't know it, I'm sorry, I wasn't out there to hurt you. Anyway, but again, let's go back to Paul. That was the best story.
Why don't you send over 1, 2? Come on! Playing a little game of cat and mouse. I got the question, I've been lonely much too long. Let me in the number 6 motel. How can street traffic to the bar? Steal away my heart and will. They say face up to the street.
and I'm playing, and this is the first time we did it, and it's Mr. Big, and I'm looking at the audience, and a uh, sea of people all wearing black shirts, and Mr. Big is not on any of these shirts. It's like a lot of like Cannibal Corpse stuff, you know. And Sweden Rock's awesome because there's thousands and thousands of people, and it's like crusade flags of where the countries they're from.
Right.
I mean, I swear to God, I saw Japan, Norway, Italy, Germany. It's crusade flags. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm on stage, and I look at Paul, and he starts doing this, picking up the acoustic guitar, and I'm like, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. And he goes, what? We're not doing To Be With You? And I'm like, absolutely not, man. You'd think I want to get shot with a bow and arrow right now? It's not working out. Billy's like, you're making a mistake, man. I'm telling you, people know that song. Like, not here, they don't. Like, it had like 60,000, 80,000 people. And we got over with Addicted at Rush. Our set was mainly heavier songs. So we didn't play it. We ended with Shy Boy, of course, that gets over. And then backstage, and Judas Priest is doing a meet and greet, because it's backstage is like a bunch of tents with little white plaques that have black writing on it. Judas Priest, Mr. Big, Max Cavalera, Sepultura, that kind of thing. And Testament, Chuck Billy, a good friend of mine. Actually, I'll tell you that story in a minute. So Judas Priest is doing the meet and greet, and here's Rob Halford signing autographs, and there's a long line of dudes, right? And there's this guy, huge dude with a beard and a fake plastic helmet with horns coming out, and I'm walking by, and he goes, "Hey, how come you didn't play To Be With You?" He says, and I'm like, and Billy was like, I told you, man.
A place called Cart and Horses, where Iron Maiden first started. And it's got it looks like a hard rock cafe of Iron Maiden. It's really cool. But I'm playing all these songs, and I've hired my friends to play with me, drummers and bass players and singers, and we're playing the thing, and I see this group of girls yapping away. And I start doing a little dynamics. Hey, bring that a little bit softer now, a little bit soft. And I come over to the lip of the stage, and I go, "What are you girls talking about? What are we, And I just pinned, and they were like, and it was a weird, and it was funny, but then it was like, okay, slowly back out. This is not cool. Abort. And I've done that a couple times. We're like, will you shut the front door? But and then when you play To Be With You, or when you play the hits, they're like, how's it going? You know what I mean? And
I don't understand that.
I don't get it either. It's generational. We didn't do that back in the day. We were in Japan, what a shock, and we played Ain't That a Shame at Budokan, just like Cheap Trick.
Oh, wow.
And we did Suffragette City one time. We did.
Really?
Oh yeah, man. We did Smoke on the Water with me playing guitar. Just that. I mean, playing it sold out Budokan, and I'm like, I'm backstage. I'm coming up the stairs. Oh man, what a thrill! And
who would have ever thought that one?
Have you heard the news? There's good rock at night. That's on recording. But the best time we ever did it. Best time, Sean. I wish it was. I know there's a little bit of recording of it on YouTube, but oh man, I'm dying for this one. I played drums. Pat Torpy played bass. Billy played guitar, and Paul came out dressed as Mick Jagger. We played Brown Sugar. Paul had that like stars, like Uncle Sam hat. Remember when? I think Jagger had like a upside down horseshoe or something. And he's like, doing his Brown Sugar. And then and then I think then Paul played guitar, and he's a guitar player, but Paul played guitar so Billy could come out and play the sax solo.
Oh, God.
He played sax, and he goes, I go, are you kidding? You know how to do this? And he goes, yeah, I played sax in high school. I'm like, okay. And it's like, I mean, it was kick ass, man. It was the best. See you around.
I know you will.
Pals now.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. And I'll,
Hey, next time, the next time around, let's talk.
we will. All right, man. Thank you.
All right, Sean. See you later.
we're so happy we saw a chance to come back here and make up the day we couldn't do a while back. Thank you all very much for understanding and joining us here tonight. Wonderful to see your smiling, handsome, and beautiful faces here in Richfield. We've played here many times before, and it's always a joy. The people here are wonderful to us, and the audiences are amazing. We're sold out tonight. Thank you very much. That means a lot to us. Thank you. That's right. Playing the electrical guitar, Mr. Paul Gilbert. On amazing drums and incredible vocals, the multi-talented Nick DiVersilio. The man in the middle, the man up front, the voice of Mr. Big, Mr. Eric Martin. And on the electrical bass guitar, Billy Sheehan. Woo! Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. This is our farewell tour. I'm not sure if we'll see you again sometime, somewhere, don't know how, don't know when, but we will remember this night forever, and it will remain in our hearts for all time. We love you, and we're so grateful for you. Thank you, everyone.